Well, some comedians are known to scream, run around the stage. Nick Griffin style. He's kind of a little more laid back.
Yeah, and that's no act. Omaha digs it. Our best estimate, he's been performing here for 26 years.
26, Nick Griffin.
Seems
It's the funny bone this week.
impossible.
26 years?
Well, I'm from Kansas, just down the road, and you know, when you start out, you just play the places that are closest, and this is one of those towns that's always run a really good club. So I'm glad I've been here for 20
But do
years.
the age math for us. How old were you when you first started? Because you know
I did
that's
stand up at, well, the first time I ever went on stage, I was 20. So, you know, I'm a little bit older now, but yeah, I was just a kid. I was in college, in a small college outside of Kansas City, and my friends talked me into going up on an open mic night. They said they'd buy all my beer that night, and I did, and it went relatively well, so I kept doing it.
Did they buy the beer then?
They did buy the
pay
beer.
for it.
They paid for the beer, yeah.
And you haven't paid for a beer since
I
then?
have not paid for a beer since. Yeah, so I'm still doing it. Yeah, and I'm still excited to be here. And I
you
love
make it back about once a year.
about once a year.
Something like
Yeah.
that? What's new since last fall?
Well, geez, you know, I'm always trying. I mean, we've talked before. I'm always trying to meet somebody. That's always difficult.
You want to date somebody. You have been dating, kind of, haven't
well,
you?
off and on. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's so hard. Because every woman that I've told I love you to, it's eventually not worked out. So I feel like, you know, maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe after I say I love you, I should also say, or do I?
Really keep her guessing.
Yeah,
That's the key.
the whole marriage thing is difficult. I don't know. I've just.
But you want it. You do.
I wouldn't mind it. Yeah, you know, look, I'm by myself all the time. I lead a life of naps and chips and snacks. So
Sounds like a dream to
it's
a
a
lot of
kindergarten.
people.
I know a lot of people are jealous of that kindergarten. I did go to a big, you know, I don't get to do much socially, so I did go to a big concert recently. Went to, you know, Guns N' Roses got back together. It's been my first concert in a long time, and this is how you know you're getting older, because it's too much waiting now at these big concerts. Like, you know, you get older, you just don't want to wait. You know, you got to wait to get into the concert, and you got to wait for a drink, and you got to wait for the bathroom, you got to wait for the band, and then the band gets on stage, and they're like, "Are you ready to rock?" And we're like, "Yes." We're ready to rock. We paid for parking. We bought a ticket. How do I prove to you I'm ready to rock?
I want to rock.
You're killing my desire to rock by making me wait.
We're ready to rock.
I'm middle-aged. Let's go.
I get it.
We
Nick.
love this town. Oh, stop it. I've never seen you here.
Do you get much time, though, for yourself? Because you told me you're on the road 30 weeks out of the year.
At least
do you get
30
to-
weeks out of the year.
What do you do for fun?
I think I mentioned it earlier, snacks and naps. What do I do for fun? I work out, I read. I mean, I hate to say it out there because I'm trying to meet women, and they're not going to, oh, he
They don't think that's interesting. Some women would love that.
Do you think?
Yes.
It sounds so old guy, but yeah, I mean, I don't, you know, you have to develop this kind of solitary existence because you're in the middle of nowhere
So
by
do you
yourself.
do the apps and stuff to meet people? Like when you're, you know, there are these
I have worked the
devices
apps, yeah,
and the things?
Well, yeah, especially when you're in a new town. You can just
Sure, Match.com, eHarmony.com. What are they
Tinder,
ca-
have you
Tinder,
tried it?
yeah, I have tried it. I've drank a lot of coffee with women in various cities. Not much has come of it, and but yeah, I used to do the internet dating a lot. You know, like I was saying, Match.com, eHarmony.com. Why don't they call it what it is? What's Left.com? But I feel like it's a thrift store for people.
I would think you would meet some women at your shows. Are they not?
Oh.
Are they not
Yeah.
good candidates or what?
That's a good question. I mean, I met my original wife.
That sounds so strange.
It sounds such an odd way to phrase it. Right?
Original.
There's someone who works with words. My original wife, yes, I met at, and that's kind of discouraged me from ever trying it again. Yeah, you meet people at this. I think when you watch my act, you know, where I'm talking about being cranky and being depressed and not being able to keep a relationship together, no woman watches it and goes, I want to talk to him after this show. So like
He's intrigued.
he's intriguing. That's what I need at 45.
No, they want to fix you.
Yeah.
Because you probably get a few of those who feel like
Oh,
they
sure.
can
There's a
get you
lot
on the
of
right track. Yeah.
there's a lot of people out there trying to fix you. But again, I'm on the road so much that it's a full-time job to keep your head together. Yeah.
When you look back on your career, Nick, because we've talked to you before about like Letterman loved you. You've done all these shows that we
Yeah.
all watch at
Yeah.
night at home. When you look back on it now with a little bit of distance, what do you feel like was like the moment for you, or the game changer
The moment
professionally?
for me was my first appearance on Letterman. I was grew up, wanting to be on Letterman. I remember watching Letterman. I remember thinking Letterman was it. He was a Midwest guy and seemed like a seemingly normal person, not a showbiz guy. And then I got on the show, and it was just, I don't know, if you go back and look at it, if you're watching at home, you can see on my first appearance on Letterman, I was so excited and so pumped up that I would do a joke and I would say, oh, and then my wife left me. And but after every joke, because I was
take
just
some breaths.
bursting with,
Right.
it was just coming out of me. It was almost hyperventilating. And I remember just looking back and thinking I'd done so well, and then hearing this, asthmatic response to each
That's what it sounds like
punchline.
when I laugh. Actually, I'm realizing it now.
No, but that's all part of the process.
It
So,
is part of the process.
That first,
Yeah.
big moment on national TV,
Yeah.
and then your other appearances after that haven't been like that. You've
No,
got more
I
comfortable.
calmed down a little bit, but I was just out
That's
of my
adorable.
mind. Yeah, it
That's
was-
great.
Yeah, so Letterman to me was it. Every time I would be standing in by the curtains about to walk on, and I'd see Letterman at his desk, and he would occasionally just go like this. I'd be like, "Well, I'm in heaven. This is not going to
is
get
it.
better than this." In terms
Yeah.
of doing stand-up, so that will always. There's nothing that's going to happen outside of winning an Oscar, which since I don't act, probably not going to happen. But
Well, Nick, it's always great having you here. You were here last year. It's been great getting to know you, and we look forward to seeing you this weekend. Tonight, 2 shows. Tomorrow, 2 shows. Sunday as well. You're sticking around all weekend.
I'll be here all weekend, so come out to the show.
Call to get tickets or log on to funnyboneomaha.com. Nick Griffin, great to have you.
Thanks for
Thanks,
having me.
Nick.
Thank
Good
you.
luck finding that next
Thank
date. Could be right here in
We've done-
Omaha.
we've
I'm
done
gonna
our
start as soon
service
as I
here
get
this
off.
morning.
Yeah.
We did our best.